Dear Christ followers, in this exploration, we unravel an age-old question. Why do certain people leave our lives? We've all experienced the departure of someone significant, leaving us puzzled and sometimes hurt. But fear not, because today we're unraveling this mystery with simplicity and depth. In this video, we'll delve into 5 compelling reasons backed by biblical references. These explanations will shed light on the intricate dynamics of relationships and provide insights into the divine wisdom behind such departures. So, join us on this enlightening journey as we uncover the reasons behind why God removes people from our lives. Reason number 1: personal growth. Sometimes people are removed from our lives to facilitate personal growth and development. This can involve letting go of relationships or situations that no longer serve our best interests or contribute positively to our lives. Through these experiences, we may learn valuable lessons about ourselves and others. The concept of personal growth and the removal of people from our lives is a profound and often challenging aspect of our human experience. In understanding this phenomenon, we can find wisdom in various sources, including the Bible. One verse that encapsulates this idea comes from Proverbs 27 verse 17, which states, "As iron sharpens iron, so one person sharpens another." This verse presents a powerful metaphorical image of the sharpening process, illustrating how individuals can positively influence and refine one another through their interactions and relationships. However, it also implies that not all relationships serve this purpose equally. Just as iron cannot effectively sharpen iron if one piece is dull or flawed, some relationships may hinder rather than promote personal growth. The removal of certain people from our lives can be viewed through the lens of this verse. Sometimes, individuals may no longer contribute positively to our growth and development. They may hinder our progress, drain our energy, or perpetuate unhealthy patterns. In such cases, their presence may no longer be conducive to our well-being and personal advancement. This does not necessarily imply that these individuals are inherently bad or unworthy. Rather, it acknowledges that people grow and change at different rates and in different directions. As we evolve and mature, our needs, values, and priorities may shift, leading to natural divergences in our relationships. The process of removing people from our lives to facilitate personal growth can be painful and challenging. It may involve confronting difficult truths, setting boundaries, and letting go of attachments. However, it is often necessary for our continued evolution and fulfillment. Just as a skilled blacksmith must discern which tools are suitable for the sharpening process, we must discern which relationships contribute positively to our growth and which ones hinder it. This discernment requires self-awareness, honesty, and courage. It also requires trust in the belief that removing certain individuals from our lives opens space for new connections and experiences that align more closely with our evolving selves. The verse from Proverbs reminds us that relationships have the power to shape and refine us, but not all relationships serve this purpose equally. Sometimes, the removal of certain individuals from our lives is necessary to facilitate personal growth and fulfillment. Through this process, we learn to honor our own journey and cultivate relationships that nurture our growth and well-being. Reason number 2: different paths. People may enter and exit our lives as part of their own journey or path. Sometimes, these exits occur because we have grown apart or because our paths diverge. While it can be painful to lose connections with others, it may be necessary for both parties to continue on their individual journeys. The second point, concerning the removal of people from our lives due to toxic relationships, is a significant aspect of personal growth and well-being. In understanding this concept, we can draw insight from various scriptures, including 2 Corinthians 6 verse 14, which states, "Do not be yoked together with unbelievers. For what do righteousness and wickedness have in common? Or what fellowship can light have with darkness?" This verse metaphorically speaks to the importance of discerning and maintaining healthy relationships. In its original context, It advises against forming close partnerships with those who do not share one's values and beliefs. However, we can also interpret its message more broadly to encompass any relationships that are detrimental to our spiritual, emotional, or physical well-being. Toxic relationships can take various forms, including those characterized by manipulation, abuse, negativity, or codependency. These relationships can have profound adverse effects on our mental and emotional health, eroding our self-esteem, draining our energy, and hindering our personal growth. The decision to remove toxic individuals from our lives can be challenging and painful. It may require setting firm boundaries, seeking support from trusted friends or professionals, and summoning the courage to prioritize one's own well-being. However, it is an essential step toward reclaiming our autonomy, restoring our inner peace, and nurturing healthy, fulfilling connections. Drawing from the biblical wisdom of 2 Corinthians 6 verse 14, we can discern that righteousness and wickedness, light and darkness, are fundamentally incompatible. Similarly, relationships rooted in toxicity and dysfunction are incompatible with the principles of love, respect, and mutual support that characterize healthy relationships. In recognizing the importance of surrounding ourselves with positive influences, we honor our inherent worth and dignity as individuals created in the image of God. We acknowledge that toxic relationships not only compromise our well-being, but also inhibit our ability to live authentically and fulfill our divine purpose. The removal of toxic individuals from our lives is an act of self-love and self-preservation. It is a declaration of our commitment to cultivate environments that nurture our growth, honor our values, and align with our highest aspirations. While the process may be fraught with challenges and uncertainties, it ultimately empowers us to reclaim our agency, embrace our worthiness, and pursue lives of authenticity, joy, and fulfillment. Reason number 3: toxic relationships. In some cases, people are removed from our lives because they were toxic or harmful to our well-being. This could involve unhealthy dynamics, abuse, or negative influences. Removing these individuals from our lives can be essential for our mental, emotional, and even physical health. The third point, which addresses the removal of people from our lives due to toxic relationships, is a vital aspect of self-care and emotional well-being. Drawing upon biblical wisdom, we can find insight in 1 Corinthians 15 verse 33, which states, "Do not be misled. Bad company corrupts good character." This verse underscores the profound influence that our social environment and relationships can have on our character and behavior. It warns against the dangers of associating with individuals who exhibit negative traits or engage in harmful behaviors, as their influence can lead us astray from moral principles and compromise our integrity. Toxic relationships are characterized by dynamics that undermine our emotional health, such as manipulation, abuse, and negativity. These relationships can erode our self-esteem, perpetuate destructive patterns, and hinder our personal growth. Recognizing the detrimental impact of such relationships is essential for safeguarding our well-being and preserving our sense of self-worth. The decision to remove toxic individuals from our lives is often a challenging, yet necessary step toward reclaiming our autonomy and restoring inner peace. It requires courage, self-awareness, and a commitment to prioritizing our emotional health and self-respect. While the process may be painful and fraught with uncertainty, it ultimately empowers us to create space for healthier, more fulfilling connections. By heeding the wisdom of 1 Corinthians 15 verse 33, we affirm the importance of surrounding ourselves with individuals who uplift and inspire us rather than those who drag us down or undermine our well-being. We acknowledge that our social environment plays a significant role in shaping our character and influencing our choices, and we take responsibility for cultivating relationships that align with our values and support our growth. Removing toxic individuals from our lives is an act of self-love and self-preservation. It reflects our commitment to honoring our worthiness and fostering environments that nurture our emotional well-being. While it may entail difficult conversations and painful farewells, it ultimately allows us to reclaim our agency and create space for positive and life-affirming connections. 1 Corinthians 15 verse 33 reminds us of the profound influence that our relationships can have on our character and behavior. By recognizing the detrimental impact of toxic relationships and taking proactive steps to remove them from our lives, we affirm our commitment to self-care, emotional well-being, and personal growth. Reason number 4. Life circumstances. Life circumstances, such as relocation, career changes, or personal transformations, can lead to the natural drift or removal of people from our lives. While these changes can be difficult, they may also create opportunities for new connections and experiences. The fourth point, centered around the removal of people from our lives due to life circumstances, finds resonance in Ecclesiastes 3 verse 1, which states, "There is a time for everything, and a season for every activity under the heavens." This verse encapsulates the inherent ebb and flow of life, emphasizing the cyclical nature of human existence and the inevitability of change. It acknowledges that life unfolds in seasons, each characterized by its own unique set of experiences, challenges, and opportunities. Within this framework, relationships may enter our lives, flourish for a time, and eventually fade or evolve as circumstances shift. Life circumstances such as relocation, career changes, or personal transformations can precipitate the natural drift or removal of people from our lives. While these changes may be accompanied by feelings of loss or uncertainty, they also offer opportunities for growth, renewal, and new beginnings. The decision to part ways with individuals due to life circumstances is often driven by practical considerations or external factors beyond our control. It may involve geographical distance, diverging career paths, or changes in personal priorities. While such transitions can be bittersweet, they also create space for new connections to form and new experiences to unfold. Ecclesiastes 3 verse 1 encourages us to embrace the inevitability of change and to trust in the wisdom of divine timing. It reminds us that each season of life serves a purpose in our journey, contributing to our growth, wisdom, and spiritual development. By embracing the transient nature of relationships and adapting to the changes that life brings, we open ourselves to new possibilities and opportunities for growth. Removing people from our lives due to life circumstances requires grace, acceptance, and a willingness to surrender to the unfolding of divine providence. It involves trusting that even in moments of transition and upheaval, we are held in the loving embrace of a higher power who guides and sustains us through every season of life. Ecclesiastes 3 verse 1 invites us to embrace the inevitability of change and to trust in the divine timing of life's unfolding. By acknowledging the transient nature of relationships and accepting the changes that life brings, we can navigate transitions with grace and wisdom, knowing that each season serves a purpose in our journey of growth and self-discovery. Reason number 5. Spiritual or higher purpose. Some people believe that there is a higher purpose or divine plan behind the removal of certain individuals from our lives. This perspective suggests that these experiences are part of a larger spiritual journey or lesson. The fifth point regarding the removal of people from our lives for a higher purpose or spiritual reasons resonates deeply with the message conveyed in Romans 8, verse 28, which states, "And we know that in all things God works for the good of those who love Him, who have been called according to His purpose." This verse offers solace and reassurance to those grappling with the complexities of life, including the removal of individuals from our lives. It reminds us that even amidst trials, challenges, and losses, God is at work, orchestrating events for our ultimate good and fulfillment of His divine purpose. From a spiritual perspective, the removal of certain individuals from our lives may be part of a larger, unseen plan designed to guide us toward growth, healing, and spiritual awakening. While we may not always understand or perceive the reasons behind these shifts, we can trust in the wisdom and benevolence of a higher power who oversees the intricate tapestry of our lives. Sometimes, the removal of people from our lives is necessary to redirect our paths, align us with our true purpose, or protect us from harm. It may involve detaching from relationships, that no longer serve our highest good, releasing attachments that hinder our spiritual growth, or surrendering to divine guidance that leads us along unfamiliar paths. In navigating the complexities of human relationships, we are called to surrender our will to the divine will, trusting that God's plan surpasses our limited understanding and perspective. Just as a skilled gardener prunes away dead branches to promote the health and vitality of the plant, God may remove certain individuals from our lives to foster our spiritual growth and well-being. While the removal of people from our lives may evoke feelings of loss, loneliness, or confusion, Romans 8, verse 28 reminds us to anchor our faith in the promise that God is working all things together for our good. Even in moments of uncertainty or upheaval, we can find solace in the knowledge that we are held in the loving embrace of a higher power who guides and sustains us through every season of life. Romans 8 verse 28 invites us to trust in the divine orchestration of our lives, even when faced with the removal of individuals from our midst. It reminds us that God works all things for our good, weaving together the threads of our experiences to fulfill His purpose and lead us toward wholeness, abundance, and spiritual fulfillment. As we conclude our exploration into why people leave our lives, we're reminded of the depth and complexity of human relationships. Through biblical insights, we've uncovered 5 compelling reasons behind these departures, each offering profound lessons and opportunities for growth. From personal development to toxic relationships, from life circumstances to higher spiritual purposes, the removal of individuals from our lives is not merely a coincidence, but a part of a larger divine plan. As we navigate these transitions, may we find solace in the knowledge that God works all things for our good, guiding us toward greater wisdom, strength, and purpose. We encourage you to reflect on these insights and apply them to your own life journey. And if you found this video enlightening, don't forget to like and share it with others. By spreading biblical wisdom, we can inspire and uplift individuals worldwide, fostering deeper understanding and compassion in our relationships. Together, let's continue to seek truth, embrace growth, and journey toward wholeness. Thank you for watching. May God bless you abundantly.